And off we go from the desert. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Throwing to begin is Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On second down, Richardson under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
We work all week on this opening script, and the entire idea, Mike, is to get off to a good start, establish some rhythm, both run and pass, and settle everybody in. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that opening script plan has not gone according to plan.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down. They're going to have to punt it away.
He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll run with the Boise State crowd asking Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJesus.
around the club. What do I say? Everybody rockin' slide to the beat. Red snapping like big tricks, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new.
Oh, let's go. Hawk 80, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. Hawk 80.
Now Richardson. His throw left side is complete. And a marking down just shy of the 40. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for an Eagles first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On play action, Richardson. He'll let one go down the middle.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get it to the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Second and 5. Here's Genty. And he'll be taken down. But we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up the first and goal.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. But when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Las Vegas. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Eagles nothing.
touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Pat to 60. Pat to 60. Go.
This drive will start on the ground. Room to run past midfield. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 28-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 37 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Loss of 2 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
1st and goal.
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal.
Richardson gonna look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's gonna be stopped at about the 4.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Hawk 70. Pat to 60. Pat to 60.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Eagles. His 12th touchdown of the year. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
This is Turner. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the 33, here's second down and 2. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football. They've got it. Second down and 2. Until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Vegas.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll look his game forward for about 3 yards. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 6.
Let's go now.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on second down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A second down throw for Richardson.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
from the gun on third down. Richardson. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here's the punter now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. On the return, it's Turner. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Zone read, he'll hand it to Genty. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 9. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big-time play for Vegas. 39 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. Like, there was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They face second down and 7. Open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Back to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Touchdown, Vegas.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish. Like, you could see the play call just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. And that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
14, Eagles 7. Joshua Carney to
Here's Carney now. Kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9. At the
2 minutes remaining here in this first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Here's second and 9. Richardson. The second down throw is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players, the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And out. It's fourth down.
And good coverage by both teams. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now, faking the give. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
That's good.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And that is incomplete. Jesse Bates able to come up with a play and knock it away.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on third and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
Joshua Carney to try this field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. His kick is good! From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Trap 60. Panther 60.
On first down, it's Richardson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
What a luxury. As certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Seven Pirates.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Pass caught left side by Likely. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. We'll stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Cut 19. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. Chase it.
On second down, Richardson. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner, and now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field, and he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The throw here is complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
60 back. Panther 60. Mustang 19.
Hill drops to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is Turner. He'll get across the 20, broken down to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Genty. Out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. toss to Genti. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Now Genti. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard. Off the play fake. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught, finding Higgins. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And he forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
4. That one is complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, like, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his second touchdown this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Carney now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Eagles 7. Joshua Carney to kick off.
Here's Carney now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jack, Panther! Hey, listen, come on, hey! Gotta be Timberwolves!
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Right back to him on first down. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Ready, set the Rangers, set the Rangers. Let's go now. Viking 18.
On play action, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw, but I want you to watch, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Cowboy 80.
Up the middle they go. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second
Ball
and 8.
right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 8. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Back 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground from about 7.
19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and
3. Ready.
Second down and 3.
Get it. Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. Go.
Here's Richardson. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. And the Eagles going to be set up first and goal as play moves them down to the 1.
And an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Unlock, alert. Ready.
He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
The kicker on.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is Turner. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On the ground, it's Genty. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. No one there to pick up the pressure. He'll go down. They got him. Jonathan Cooper. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught! And he will take this one in. 84 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Cardi now. Will kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, pass the 60.
That'll bring this to about the 25. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Richardson. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter. But time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end.
Ready.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down.
Hot 70.
From the gun, Richardson. He's got Likely over the middle, and he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
An 8-yard pickup and an Eagle 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Richardson. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
27 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. To throw, it's Richardson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. He'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Second down throw for Richardson. Going, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Raiders has got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And he's able to fight through one tackle here. Pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Vegas.
7-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get the field and pick up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nolan Smith in there for the sack. Works his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Back to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll take this one in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Richardson. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. A big hole. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Throwing is Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
Eagles 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Turner. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Here's a handoff to Gentry. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
Down at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Richardson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So Richardson and the offense ready to go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the
tight end in motion now. They're going to try to run it in. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is Turner. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 26-yard line. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. Richardson going to look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A gain there of 20. First down, Philadelphia. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. And there's a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Here we go. Fix the Eagles.
Richardson. Short, complete to Likely. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Got 79 Broncos. 19-18. Go.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Ready.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready. Cooking like kids.
Here's Richardson. Pass caught left side by Likely. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
It's a gain of 19 and brings up third down.
Broncos, reload. 60 Bison. Ready.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
Hold the ready.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
Ready.
Throwing, Richardson. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 18, 5 years. Go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. going up top. And that is incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his third interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
3rd and long.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Let's go. Gravity riding.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Eagles first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Cowboy 80.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.